flushing the toxins out of your body. Rub your hands together, relaxing your shoulders. Give it a nice little rub, rub, rub there. Good. Right there. Excellent. Yes, good. And then just take a big breath in, arms lift, feel that tingling all the way down your hands. And exhale. Again, inhale up. So please use your chair for balance for some of our standing work if you need it, so that you can just touch it lightly with your hand. We'll go into a forward roll, so just nod your chin forward. If bending over is not for you, then please just continue with your standing breath. As you exhale, contract your abdominals. Your head is the last to come up. Inhale. Exhale, chin nod forward. Picture each vertebra going up and then over. Your knees can bend. Take a breath. Exhale, using your abdominals, feeling that beautiful stretch through your spine. One more time. Inhale. Good. Exhale, chin nod. Each vertebra, create the space and then the movement. Create the space and then the movement. Take another breath in and exhale, using your core, using the back muscles to bring you up. Inhale, arms lift, and exhale, all the way down. Good. We're just going to start with swinging our arms. So what's important is that you move all of your joints in all of the different directions that your joints are meant to move in. So just nice and heavy, like gravity assists you with your arms just dropping, adding this gentle rotation through your chest and your shoulders and your ribs. Good. And if you need to modify, then just take the leg pump out for now. Right? So when we move our arms and our legs, we're increasing the blood flow, which will increase the heart rate. And so if you need to modify with that, then just use either your arms or your legs. Good. And then just take it to center and just your right arm or your left, whichever you choose, and circle. If you feel a lot of snapping, crunching, clicking, popping, snapping movement, I'm going to ask you just to bend your elbow and move there. Notice I'm still rotating. If it doesn't make you dizzy, you can use your eyes to follow your hand and really stretch that arm, really stretch that arm. Reach, take up as much space in the room as you can. One more on this side, around and down. Good. And then the other side, just start circling and circling. And then all we do is we just gradually add more of you in the movement. We add more reach into the movement so you can progress as that feels good for you. And reach, stretching in your hands and your fingers. And breathe in and breathe out. Good. And breathe in and breathe out. One more time, big stretch and around. Good. So just plant your feet wide, let the knees be nice and relaxed. You're going to round your back and open and around and open. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a gentleman called Wim Hof. He's also known as the Iceman, and he has specific breathing techniques to use in conjunction with getting into ice cold freezing water. Anyway, Wim Hof, look him up, but I love he says, get high on your own supply. And he's talking about a powerful breath that really leaves your brain a tingling. And so just finding that breath here and notice the energy that that brings. Two more, round and open and round and open. Good. And shake it out. And now we're just going to start with a little marching movement here where we're rolling through your foot. So as you push off, see here that my foot is actually doing what we call plantar flexing. So it's more about the foot motion, keeping your chest nice and tall, your back strong, and your core engaged. If you need to make it smaller, then you just make it smaller. You need the chair for balance, then you use the chair for balance. What matters most is the alignment and the stability. Good. And moving through the foot. Good. If you need your chair for balance, we're going to pause and stand on one foot. Find your balance, then ground, center align, and circle your foot. So the focus really is on your standing leg, pushing down through your standing foot, growing tall through your spine, feeling that activation of your side hip. Circle your foot the other way. This is me balancing on my imaginary chair. Good. Excellent. And release. Good. Other side, picture balancing an apple or a book on your head so that your body knows where you want it to be. Pushing into your standing foot, pushing up through the hip, feeling the side hip engaged, and that energy, that line of energy going all the way out through the crown of your head. Good. And just breathe in. And out. Circle the other way. Inhale, balance. This is one of the things we actually have to train balance. It doesn't come naturally. It comes with practice. So really important on a daily basis that we practice our balance. Good. And then bring it all the way down and then just march. Good. So practice brushing your teeth standing on one foot, washing the dishes standing on one foot, just standing on one foot for the sake of standing on one foot. It's always a good thing to do. Excellent. All right, so we're going to take the feet wide. Again, you can have your hands on your chair to the front or the side if you need it. Turn your hips and your knees and your toes out, stabilize with the core, and just bend down and up. Bend down and up. As we do this, we're keeping your body upright. So rather than doing a hinge like so, keeping your back straight and initiating from your hip. Because the feet are wide, your hips turn out, your knees turn out. So as you squat, your knees are literally pressing out over your second toe. And we go out. Good. And if you want to add the arms to lift and pull and reach and pull. Good. Inhale and exhale. Nice and steady. Reach with energy. Pull with strength. Reach with energy. Pull with strength. That's it. And out. Good. Reach and pull. Now we're going to hold it down right here and little pulse, little pulse. Tighten the tummy, lift your chest, broaden through your collarbone, opening your arms and press and press. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it down, tighten the center and lift one heel and then the other. And the key here is to stabilize your pelvis. So rather than lifting and the hip jumping, think about the pelvis staying still as you lift and lift. And then both legs at a time. Option is to keep alternating or just keep pulsing. And up and up. Beautiful work. And 4, you got it. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And then walk your feet in. Excellent. So now I'm turning sideways so you can see me, optional for you. And you can use your chair to the side of your body if you need it for support. So we're just going to step forward and back. So we're just working on that rock. So the heel toe strike. So as I land, it's my heel to my toe in the front. And then working on the push up of the back leg and rock forward. Notice how my ribs and pelvis travel with me. So my whole body is moving together. So I have balance. So I'm centered between my 2 feet. Your option is to stay with this. Otherwise, we're going to start to step a little bigger and push off. You still want your body traveling. Sometimes we do this. We sort of keep it, but we hang back a little bit. We don't want to do that and be in the low back. You want your body traveling forward and traveling back. So you're always centered between the 2 feet. So as it feels good for you, notice how I'm making the movement a little bigger. So I've got quite a big step and then deeper. My front heel stays planted. So I step enough. I'm going to slow down. You can keep going. That when I come forward, I'm up on my back toe. My front heel is down. So when I lower and lift, I've got good alignment for my knees. So we step. So you're either stepping forward and back and just rocking, right? This is your first choice. Second choice, make the step a little bigger, push off. Good. And then the third is you actually take it into a lunge. Hand on the chair, perfectly acceptable. Make sure you are safe. And we'll just go for 4. Good. And 3. And 2 with the breath. And 1. Good. And shake it out. Well done. Excellent. So now we're going to take your chair and we're going to grab your band and we're going to sit right on the edge of your seat. So just have the band close by. So I want you forward on the edge, like so. So right on the edge of the seat. So if you have it back, that's okay, and your feet are planted. Your arms are in front, take a breath in. As you exhale, contract your abdominals, come back. Feel yourself just touch, but don't rest, and then draw your abdominals in and lift. As you exhale, lower abdominals, sink belly to spine. So this would be a little mini curl back. So just scooping through the abdominals and lifting up. Notice how my eyes stay forward, my head stays in line with my spine. If the arms holding forward causes tension in the neck, just hold them at your chest, right there. Good, now you're gonna curl back and stop before you touch the chair, pull your belly in, but that's there if you need it, right? So you can still work your tummy and have that little bit of support if you need it. Otherwise, using your own tummy to hold, arms can be out for a little more load as a choice, and then draw your abdominals in, good. And exhale. Back straighter is another option. So if you feel tension in the low back when you're in a scoop, just sit up a little taller and you're still having to use your abdominals. Good. And exhale. That's right. Exhale. 2 more here. Good. And 1. And then sit up tall and rest the arms. Now you're going to put your hands on the side of your seat so you can be right on the edge. You're going to scoop back. Use this if you need it for extra support, but pull your abdominals in. Lift your right leg up and then alternate and alternate. So the focus here is abdominals. So you're pulling your belly in, you're relaxing your shoulders, and we're using the load of your legs moving to activate your abdomen. Exhale, exhale. That's it. And we'll go for 4, draw belly in. 3, and 2, and 1. Place one foot down, place the other foot down. Good. And then you're just going to open your feet like so. Cross your arms and pull your knees apart. So as you pull your knees apart, you're getting a stretch across your mid-back and your shoulders. Your head is relaxed, let your head hang. Say yes with your head to remind yourself. And the drawing your knees wide is what causes the stretch. Take a breath in and exhale. Slowly come up. Good. So remember that. Keep that little ab series in your back pocket. If you're doing other classes and you're down on the floor doing ab work and being on the floor doesn't work for you, know that the chair is an option. So now what I've done is I've taken this band behind my shoulder blade, under my armpits, and you still want to sit forward on the edge of the seat and activate your abdominals and your back muscles, and you're just going to press out and pull in. So your option is you could hang on to handheld weights and do the same exercise, which is working the same muscles really if you use weights just because of where we are related to gravity. Or you can do this without any tension and still focus on the movement coming from your mid-back and then the back of your upper arm, your tricep. So we press out. What's important is that you're not feeling tension in the neck and shoulders. So stay nice and open through your throat, broad through your collarbone, and connected through your tummy. And you're working your arms and below your arms. Good. Now we'll add rotation. So you're going to take your arms out and then rotate. Come back to center and bring it in. And we go inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, grow tall, exhale. So weights is an option or no tension. Listening to your body, giving it what it needs. Focus on feeling strength versus strain as you move. And turn, bring it center. And one more time, and reach, and turn, and center, and in. Good. Then you're going to take the band off. And if you have weights, you'll just do this with handheld weights instead. It can be done either way. And you're going to put the band under your feet. And then you're going to cross the band like so. I'm still sitting on the edge of my seat. Lift, hinge forward, but keep your back strong. And you pull. Now, if you prefer to stand, this can also be done standing. So here's your option. So any of our chair exercises, if you prefer to stand, then you can do it this way as well. So the focus here is on mid-back. So as I pull and I bring my hands right into my pelvis, you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit without tensing the shoulders up to your ears. So we just pull, open, and down. Good. From the side view on the chair, it's literally the same position. And squeeze. So you have to hinge forward to get the back activation. If I sit up and do this, it's really just deltoid and upper trap. So the position of your body slightly forward is the difference to working mid-back or working neck and shoulder. Excellent. Let's just do two more. And down, and pull, and down. Good. Then you're going to uncross your band, and you're holding with thumbs up, buttercup. And again, you're sitting straight. You're just going to do a little bicep curl. Broaden across your chest. Think of drawing, squeezing a little bit through the mid-back, and that would be like squeezing the back of your armpits towards each other. Notice my elbows and my upper arm are staying still in space, and it's just a flexion of the elbow and extension. So again, weights would be fine here as well, and you would still be working your bicep, the same muscle group as we are with the band. Your standing option, you're going to have a little more band tension. Knees are soft. Broaden the collarbone, tighten the tummy, and bicep curl. Good. And exhale. And exhale. Awesome. And curl. And we'll just do three more. Make sure your wrists are strong. We're in what's called a hammer curl position. So it's a little easier to keep the wrist in a strong position. And two more. Easy curl, slow to return. And easy curl and slow to return. Good. So then you can step off the band. So again, you could be seated or standing for this next one. You're going to hold the band about shoulder width apart. The tighter you choke up, the more challenging, the wider, the easier. But we want to keep the band taut. And all we're going to do is take the band on a diagonal and open. And then bring it back to center, switch, and open. Now, what's most important here, again, is that you're getting the work, the challenge in your arms and your mid-back, not your neck and shoulders. So you can modify by bringing your arms lower down. Good. And open. Wrist stay straight and strong, pull. Good. You want to add more legs, you can certainly take it standing. Take the legs out, bend the knees. So lots of options. You can be seated, just standing, or you can be adding more legs. And center, and down. Good. So one of the gifts that we have of doing exercise like this is you really start to see what your options are, and you'll be able to start to modify and play with that as it suits you. We're just going to do two more. That's it. And down. So you can start to go, they're sitting. Well, what if I stood? What would that look like? Excellent. And then bring it down and just take out your arms. Good. All right. So let's just come to the chair. So you can come to the back of your chair. And we can use the chair for balance. We're just going to go into some calf raises. Your option for this one is to not use the chair at all. We are going to go into some stretches where it'll be handy to have it. But we're just rising up onto your toes and rolling down. And notice that we want the line of energy to go up. So that's where the core engagement comes in. Otherwise, you might catch yourself really rocking forward and feeling like if you didn't have the chair, you would propel forward. So you want to get that sense as if you're balancing something on your head, a little book or an apple or something, and engaging your core and pressing down with the center of your forefoot to go up. Pressing down with the center of your forefoot to go up. Excellent. And then we can go into your prancing, down and up. And what we want to have here is stillness in the pelvis, right? So as you're taking one heel down and then pushing up, what we don't want is for the hip to drop out. You want to access those side hip muscles, good, as you go down and then lift up through the side hip muscle, through your abdomen, out through the crown of your head. Excellent. And then we can go a little quicker as it suits. Find your own rhythm. And down the changeover happens when you're up on your toes. Good. That's it. And we're going to go for 4 and 3. Nice, easy breath. And 2. Excellent. And 1. Good. And shake out your legs. Fantastic. Good. And then you're going to put your hands on your chair. And you're going to walk back. Notice my knees are bent. And you can do this on a desk, right? If you've got a countertop near you. You can just stretch out through your shoulders. Nice big breath. And then round your back. So it's like a cat stretch. Relax the shoulders, scoop. So you're drawing your pubic bone and nose towards center. And then bend your knees and stretch out. And contract your abdominals around your back. And then lengthen your spine and go out. 2 more times. Round your back and go up with your breath. And lengthen your spine, bend your knees. 1 more time, scoop, use your abdominals, stretch it out. And then flat back, pause with a nice big stretch, take a breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your pelvis under, slowly slide your hands off the chair and roll up to a seated position. All right, do it okay? Okay, we're going to come down onto the mat. So you're welcome to use your chair if you need for support, but it is good to be able to practice getting down and up without any help. So the safest way to get down to the floor, and the reverse is for getting up, is you take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back so you're on your toe. Using your hands on your thighs, you lower down to the knees. If you need a ledge or a chair for support, use it because I want you to be safe. And then you're going to come onto both knees. Hands in front. We've been working on the kneeling 100, which is all about the pump to create stability and breath. So let's begin. Pump, 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 pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can be standing. You're like, I don't want to go down, and you weren't down, and all of a sudden we're into the 100, the standing 100, right? And your Pilates V. We've been doing that with tension in the studio last month. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two more breaths. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift. And exhale. So one thing I should have cued for you, if you need your head elevated with the pillow when you lie down, you do want to have a pillow by your mat. Some of you probably have one permanently there, but if you do require that your head is elevated when you're lying down, definitely get a pillow or a block. Good. All right, so let's come down onto our side. and then into a seated position. So we're going to sit forward on the edge of your mat. Hands are on your shins. We're going to take a breath in. So that chair exercise we did where we were doing our abdominal work on the chair could be replaced. This is what we're going to do now. You could get on the chair and do that. So open your chest and then round your back. Have your band nearby. Sorry, guys. Forget some of you have to actually physically move to be on the mat, but have your band nearby. We're only going to use it to assist. And so if you need to modify with some of these exercises, the band will be a helper. So you can have it close. And then round. Open your hips, broaden your collarbone, draw your shoulder blades down, and then round your back. 2 more. Open your chest, lift, and exhale, curl. And open and lift. And to curl. Good. So we're going to do some roll-ups. Your option is to use your band, and you're going to take the band behind your feet. You're going to keep your knees bent, and you're going to choke up nice and close. So the band, you're holding on literally close to your ankles to start. And now you're just going to start to curl back, scoop. And then you come up. So if you felt like that was too restrictive, loosen up a little bit. And then scoop. And curl forward. So I'm keeping my knees bent. I'm keeping my heels on the mat. And what you're experimenting with or exploring is your range of motion. So you're using your lower abdominals, you're drawing belly to spine. And as you source how to engage your abdominals, as you source the movement available in your back, you're able to play with the tension such that the movement is smooth. So you want it to be smooth as you go back, relax your shoulders, contract your abdominals smooth as you come up. Good. And so playing with the range with the idea that you can come down a little further as you go without your feet flying up in the air. So we want it to be controlled and fluid. Using the strap to assist. Your gaze is forward, such that the movement truly is from your abdominals as opposed to the head dropping forward. You're just curling back. Relax the shoulders. As you exhale, contract and come up. This time we're going to go all the way down. So use the band to support you. You're going to roll all the way down and then pick your feet up. So if you don't have your band around your feet, put it around your feet now. And you're going to go into your Pilates V here. You're going to hold on nice and tight and then pull your elbows down to the ground. You bend your knees in like a frog and extend your legs out. Inhale, tummy's tight. Exhale. Inhale, shoulders down, abdominals in. So this is a variation of our bend and stretch that we do on the reformer with your feet in the straps in that frog position. Still having to engage your abdominals. Check that there's no neck tension or shoulder tension. And press, and we'll do 2 more. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now, you're going to take your left foot out, and you can either bend your knee and place your foot on the mat, or extend your leg out. You're going to take your leg over midline and circle it back. So if you can keep your elbows planted, this tension in the band will help with the movement of the leg so that you can get a little more release in your hip joint, such as that the focus is the movement in your hip joint with this ease of lengthening through your whole leg. Good. And other way. So we open, circle around, cross over midline. Every breath, shoulders down, abdominals in, and around. You got it. And around and up, and around and up. Good. Take your left foot up, place it in the mat. Extend your right leg out. You can have your knee bent, or you can have it straight. Your shoulders are relaxed, your elbows are pinned. Cross over midline and center. And around. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, that's it. And exhale. One more in this direction, and then go the other way. Open and around. So your leg is enjoying the support of the band, such as the muscles around your hip can let go and move. You've been feeling tight in your hips or your low back. This is really wonderful to start moving in all of our joints. And one more circle around and up. Good. And then just take the band out. And let's just put the band to the side. Just let your hands relax to stretch out through your fingertips there. Good, working on our grip strength at the same time. Good, stretch through your fingers into your wrists. Good to be able to hold on to what we grab. Awesome. Okay, so now you're going to bend your knees so your feet are planted and your arms are by your side. Your arms are active. They're reaching, the palms are pressing, feeling the back of your upper arm. And you feel your feet planted. So your heels are close enough that you can really press into your whole foot, your big toe pad, baby toe ball in your heel. You'll take a breath in. As you exhale, come into your tuck, using your abdominals, drawing your pubic bone to your belly button. As you continue to roll up, press down into your feet, reach your knees over your toes, and use your glutes with your hands pressing into the mat to press your pelvis up. So the idea is that we're working glutes, hamstrings, use your inner thighs and narrow your knee angle, but your ribs and throat are soft and open. Take a breath as you press into your hands, press into your feet, reach your knees over your toes, and then as you exhale, bone by bone, using your abdominals to create the scoop through your abdomen and movement through your spine, and release your glutes all the way at the bottom. Inhale, feel your footprint, big toe pad, baby toe ball. Contract your abdominals, tuck. Now think of the movement coming from the top of your pelvis out the knees as you press into your hands to lift your hips, tighten your bottom, narrow your knee angle. Inhale and exhale, rolling through your spine, bone by bone, trickling down, light and easy, and release at the bottom. Take a breath. Exhale, use your abdominals to tuck. Squeeze your glutes. Narrow your knee angle. Reach your knees over the toes as you activate your glutes to open through your hips. Inhale, pardon me, and exhale. Rolling through, rolling through. Let's do that one more time because that just gets better and better, doesn't it? And then we contract. Press into your whole footprint. Reach your knees over your toes. Feel the length, but so open in your throat. Broad in the collarbone, heavy in your ribs. Inhale, and then exhale to roll down and roll down and stay. Good. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh. Take your arms up to the ceiling and then open them out to a T. If you have space issues, just bend your elbows to goalposts. Both are fine. And rock your knees over to one side. Reach your opposite arm, reach your opposite shoulder blade to the mat, and you can turn your head away from your knee. As you breathe, Visualize the space down the side of your body. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract your abdominals and bring it back to center. Cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Slowly take your legs over. Continue to reach your left shoulder, plant your left shoulder blade, and your option is to turn your head opposite your knees. Pause, take a breath, feel that length and space come into the whole left side of your body. And exhale. And bring it back to center. Place both feet down on the mat. You can bend your elbows, interlock your fingers behind your head, and you want to be in a neutral pelvis. So before we do anything, I'm going to invite you to tuck and then tilt. So the tuck is where you're bringing your pubic bone towards your belly button. Your low back will flatten to the mat. When you tilt, you're just allowing that low back space without lifting your rib cage. Again, tuck and tilt. Now, if doing chest lifts is problematic for you, you can stay here and practice your tuck and tilt and get some really beautiful work through your spine and through your core. So we're going to stay in a tilt. So we want to maintain the low back curve. Come into a little chest lift. Keep your elbows wide and let your head really fall heavy into your hands. You can even gently press the back of your head into your hands to gently lengthen through the back of your neck. Now we want to focus that the load is to support you in this small lift is right here in the upper abdomen, pressing your lower ribs down to the mat. Check that you're still in a tilt, that you haven't tucked your pelvis, so reset your pelvis. And then just lift up 1 or 2 more vertebrae, looking forward but over above your knees. Check that your head is gently pressed into your hands. Take another breath in and exhale, lower yourself all the way down. I feel it's important as you exhale, lift, reset your pelvis, that we do a few of these each day such that we know we have the strength to actually lift ourselves up for something that seems as basic as getting out of bed. We need some strength to lift our upper body, even if we roll onto our side and push ourselves up. Do we have the strength in our neck and in our upper core to be able to lift ourselves up? Relax the shoulders, reset your pelvis, lift 1 more inch. So even if these aren't your favorite, just promise yourself and to me that you'll do 4 to 6 of these each day to maintain the strength for basic movements that we need to do daily. And down. So with that, we'll do 2 more times. We come up, reset your pelvis, lift up 1 or 2 more inches, check your heads pressed into your hands, and slowly lower down. And we'll go 1 more time. We lift, we reset the pelvis, we come up 1 or 2 more inches, take a breath in, and exhale all the way down. Good. And turn your head side to side. So as you practice it, you're going to get stronger. As you get stronger, it won't feel like it's a lot of neck work. You'll really notice more of the core work. Rolling onto your side, you can take your arm long under your head. You're going to have your hip and knee at about 45-degree angles. And you're going to keep your feet together. We want to stack your pelvis so you feel the top pelvis is over the bottom pelvis. You're still resting on your rib cage, but your waist is off the mat. And you want to roll. So you're rolling your pelvis slightly forward so you feel like you're resting more on the side of your thigh versus the side of your hip. So the stack and the roll. So what you might notice is this top knee starts to lengthen over top of the bottom knee. So as you lift, we want to keep your stack. So lift the knee, check. Are you still stacked? Are you rolled? Are your feet together? And then just lift from your outer hip, just 1 or 2 more inches, and bring it down. As you lift the leg, visualize your knee reaching over the bottom knee. Check, are you stacked? Are you rolled? Lift your knee 1 more inch. and bring it down. Check your stack, check your roll. Lift, reach your knee as if it's lengthening over that bottom knee. And then lift one more inch and bring it down. Good. Now, I want you to think about being light on this bottom leg. So we're going to lift, check your stack and roll, and don't push into the bottom leg. Think of almost lifting it off the mat and then lift this leg. Did you feel that a little deeper in your side hip? And then lower it down. So sometimes what we'll do is we'll push into that bottom leg and it kind of creates a little bit of leverage so we don't actually target that glute med as specifically as we can. And now let's just do 4, nice and smooth. Keep your stack and your roll. Good, and 3 with the breath. And 2 with the breath. Good, and 1. Now hold it there. Check your stack and little lift. Up, up, up. Make sure you're breathing. The shoulders stay soft. And we'll go 3, 2, and 1. And bring it all the way down. Good. And then just coming over to your front, open your knees so the knees can be apart. And just sit your hips back and stretch. Take a breath in and exhale. Let your head relax down. Again, inhale and exhale. Good. Let's come over to the other side. Bring your pillow or just roll over. We want to be stacked in your pelvis. We want to be rolled. So you really get that sense. You're off your waist, but on your ribs, and you're on the side thigh versus on your hip bone. Place this hand, relax your shoulders, and then as you lift that knee, you're reaching your knee forward as you lift. Check, are you stacked? Are you rolled? Lift your knee 1 or 2 more inches, good, and then you bring it down. Again, stack, roll, reach your knee over that bottom knee, and lift, check, and up. So what you maybe noticed is that when we get here, and we check, are we stacked, that we've actually shortened. That's your obliques and your body and the low back, the QL, that's wanting to take over the work. As soon as we stay in our stack and our roll and we do our lift, we check, and we lift a little more, we're getting more efficient at using the glute med. So it's just a more effective exercise. You've often heard me chastise the clam is my least favorite exercise to do. And it still is, but done properly, it's a good exercise. So now here, hold it, de-weight on this bottom leg. So that leg is not going to come off the ground, but if you stop pushing into it, you're going to notice again that you just get a little more effective into the clam there, into the glute med. So stack, roll, de-weight that bottom leg, and 1 more inch. And down, 1 more like this. Stack, roll, lift, reaching your knee over the toe. Check that you're not pushing into that bottom leg, and you lift a little higher. And then we'll integrate. Here we go, and we lift, keeping your stack and roll, keeping light on that bottom leg. That's it. And lift. And it doesn't take long. Glute med is such an important muscle to strengthen, and it really doesn't take long. Hold it there and little up and up with the breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it all the way down. Good. And then again, push yourself up, sit back, and come onto your knees and stretch. Breathe into your lateral rib cage. If your knees are apart, you can even let your belly expand. And exhale. Good. And then come onto quadruped, onto all 4s, shoulders over wrist, hip over knee, and just round your back, let your head relax down. And then as you come through neutral, feel the strength in your mid back and in your lower belly, and just pull your sternum forward through your arms. From neutral to round back, let your head hang. Think of your nose and your pubic bone pulling towards center. As you come through neutral, stay strong through your mid-back, lower belly, and just pull your sternum forward through your arms. Push yourself up onto your knees. Take 1 foot forward, curl your back toes under. If you need your chair for support and it's still there, that's great. Hands come onto your thighs if you don't need the chair, and push yourself up to a standing position. Good. And we're going to take a breath in and lift. And grab one arm and stretch over to one side. Inhale, grab the other arm, stretch over to the other side. Come back to center, take both arms down, and one more all together. Big breath in. And exhale. Nice work, everyone. I hope that felt good for you. Thank you so much for joining me. And I am going to unmute you.